Driving me off of Dallas. I'm headed to some money. TSA be laughing, all the rubbers in your luggage. I know I'ma always be. Hey y'all. I always got me, fella. You probably my summer, but you never find out. I don't recollect your name. Oh, baby, I don't know your name. Saying that the kids really compliment. I had to put a scarf on, lay it down. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in once again with Let's Talk About It with my Linda Rise High Radio. She my Billie Jean, we menage with Mary Jane. See, we city hop, Vegas to LA. Brings a lot of joy, Bugatti boy, that's lane to lane. Our bosses used to drip, I used to ride the bench, but it was written in cursive for this king to exist. Pack the bags, now she live amongst entrepreneurs. Hey. Ricky Ross. Accounted for. So if you guys are listening to this and you guys are tuned in, go ahead and hit that share button. You see the topic, manipulation versus influence. It's a very thin line with that, very thin line. Yeah, I know I got to hear my music, give me my mood. So once again, I appreciate you guys for coming. Every Saturday at 10:30, and I was a little late. It's 10:44, but I appreciate whoever came and waited and stuck around for me to come. But this is Let's Talk About It with my Linda, and as you can see, the topic is manipulation versus influence. And if you are listening to this, I want you to go ahead and hit that share button. Very good information that I'm going to present to you, and I just like for it to be given, to each and every individual. So if you are listening, once again, go ahead and hit that share button and share this, okay? So manipulation versus influence. If you do want to come on my live, just let me know. And if you want to comment, of course, you could just comment on the live. Through my personal page or through Rise High Radio, whatever the case may be. Okay. All right. So what is manipulation? I mean, we use it all the time. Like, you manipulated me. What is manipulation? Manipulation is a form of control that you have over somebody by changing their thoughts or perspectives about things, right? So manipulation is usually used in a negative format, because you're trying to change that person's viewpoint in a negative, and you're trying to be deceitful. Okay, so that's the difference between manipulation. Sorry, guys, manipulation. So an influence, right? An influence is something that you still try to change somebody's thought process, but you're trying to change it for the better for them. So you're having an influence on them and trying to change their thought process. So it could be a negative influence or a positive influence, but more or less the influence in general is to help somebody change their thought or behavior. Manipulation, of course, is being deceitful in that process of changing their thoughts, okay? So it's a really thin line when I talk about manipulation and when I talk about influence. At first, I was just going to actually talk about manipulation, and then I thought, influence is a good kind of another way to think of how manipulation kind of happens, or how somebody can have that impact on someone else. So this day and age right now, a lot of people are having a lot of impact on each other, right? So with the protests, there's a lot of influence going on. There's a lot of manipulation. We see it. It's right in front of us. And I don't know if we identify that, or if we know what we're looking at, but it is a lot of manipulation that's being right in our face. And of course, what I always teach you guys is that I want you guys to be have information about what's going on. So when it does hit you, it doesn't hit you too strong. You'll have that information and you'll know exactly what's going on, right? So some signs of manipulation. Um, some signs of manipulation is being passive aggressive. So you know that passive is like very humble, and then aggressive, of course. So they'll be passive in one form and then be a totally different person in another form. That's a signs of manipulation. Threats, that's signs of manipulations as well. And dishonesty, people that are not straightforward with you. Like I said, we're going through this right now in um in our situation right now. People that's being dishonest, that's a form of manipulation. Withholding information, okay, that's a form of manipulation. um Isolating a person from the loved ones that they have. Of course, you're trying to manipulate that person to think, or to be deceitful and not be around the people that they love, right? And then the last one, of course, is verbal abuse. That is a form of manipulation, tearing you down, saying horrible things to you that's demising and sabotaging your character as a person. That is, of course, a form of manipulation. And in this sense, there is diagnosis of people that actually can't control this type of these type of emotions. Usually they're narcissistic or they're borderline personality disorder. So those are two of the formats or mental formats of that can't control that type of manipulation. Okay. um so when I think, of course, when I think of manipulation, I also want to discuss the 10 different emotions that comes with that. So you have that victim, the woe is me, right? All things are not going my way. I can't get this stuff done. Everything is, you know, I have so much opposition towards me, and I just, everything. Nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me. Um, Everybody hates me. That type of victim, that's a form of manipulation too. They're trying to get that attention, to see where it kind of goes with that. um is it okay for you to express your feelings in the way you feel about something? Yes. But is it okay, or is it healthy to dwell in that? No. So the second one is the one up man. Okay, that's that one up kind of guy that says anything you could do, I can do better. You can't do nothing better than me. So sorry. So sorry. You just can't. So that type of that type of manipulation is a person that said pretty much breaks you down to simplest form and says that nothing, I can do everything right, and nothing is wrong that comes my way. I don't have room for growth. I teach myself, and that is that. So that's another form of, a manipulation that goes on. That up up man, up one man, um, person that feels they always have up one on you. no matter what. And people actually try to do that. They try to have one up on you, just in case. So that's also manipulation as well. I cannot see anybody's comments. So, I don't know. I can't see anybody's comments for some reason. So if you are commenting, I'm sorry I can't see. I'm trying to do two things, or trying to see if I see any comments or anything like that. So yeah, I do see. Hey, cuz, how are you? I'm glad that you were able to join me. So the third type of form of manipulation is the powerful dependent. Those are the ones that say, I just can't take care of myself. Life isn't fair to me. That's still that victim stage. But the difference between that is that they're only blaming themselves and not everybody else. With a victim stage, they're blaming everybody. With the powerful dependent, which is yourself, you're kind of just putting yourself in it. Okay. Um, so the fourth point is the triangular one, the one that says it's too hard for me to tell you this. Um, so it's just me against the world. That triangle is just me, myself, and I. So they have a triangular type of manipulation, and nobody's allowed in that triangle. It's just them, and that's a form of manipulation too, because they're saying like everybody's against me, and it's me against the world. Period. Um, the next one is the blasters, okay? The ones that are unapproachable, the aggressive ones, right? The ones that you can't get to nothing in to say anything to. Um, those individuals um, are manipulators as well. The blasters, the ones that, like I said, have that aggressive type of approach. Say somebody pissed me off today and it's all your fault, and leave me alone, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be like this, or if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't. I think we all know those people, right? Ooh, the headaches, right? So the blasters, the ones that's, you know, everybody made me mad, and it ain't my fault. It's your fault because you spoke to me and I didn't like the way you spoke to me. So it's your fault. Okay. So those are manipulators too. Um, they want to manipulate the situation and make it think that it's all about it's not their fault, it's your fault. So the projectors are the ones that say that you are always wrong, or you are always right, or people will hate you, or people won't hate you. They just have that black and white. There's no in between with them. Um, Either you're dead wrong or you're super right. There's no in between with those projectors. They think that they kind of know everything, as well, as long as like the second one, they think they know kind of everything. So those are the projectors. The seventh one is the ones that act like they don't understand, but they do. I used to work with somebody like that, and he used to act like he didn't understand nothing, but you knew he understood. He understood. He worked there for like 25 years. So that form of manipulation, to act like I don't know uh, what it is when you actually do, um, and they seem like really confused, like, oh, okay, but in all honesty, they know exactly what you're saying, and they know exactly what to do. Okay. The eighth ones are the flirts. The flirtatious ones, like, okay, let's have a little fun, or may rub your back, or compliment you over the top. That's a form of manipulation, just you are just so gorgeous. I just love you. I'm in awe of you. You know, people that go above and beyond, they don't even know who you are. That's a form of manipulation too, trying to get their way um, with you, right? The last one is the iron fist. I'm sorry, the ninth one is the iron fist, right? The iron fist is the person that the iron fist is the person that actually don't get mad at me about the things because they can get very ugly. That's the threat. That's the threatening person. Like if you step to me, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Not I'm gonna talk about it. But they're threatening you automatically without anything else, without any type of other form of, communication. They're just threats. It's just pure threats. And then the 10th one, of course, is the multiple offender, the person that is, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off or try again. So if at first I don't manipulate you, I'm going to try to manipulate you in a different way, which is horrible. But that's how some people operate. That's how some people function. They think, okay, I didn't get her this time. Well, wait till next time. I'm going to get her and I'm going to manipulate the shit out of her or him. And he ain't or she ain't going to know what hit him. So you do have those people that, just continue to manipulate people. So once again, like I said, manipulation is a deceitful type of thing. And when we go into influence, that was the second thing or the second entity that I want to talk about in regards to manipulation versus influence. So when you go into influence, those type of emotions that corresponds with influence is trust, consistency. Okay, you always are consistent with that person. You letting that person know that you actually care about how they're thinking and you actually care about the information that you've given them, and hopefully you have a positive influence on them. Okay, the other one is, you're concerned about their emotions and how they're feeling. So if I say something to you and say, give you a different perspective on my thinking and how I believe, and you kind of feel some type of way about it, I'm going to be concerned, like, well, I apologize for making you feel that way, um, and I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I just wanted you to see my point of view. So that's a different type of, that's not manipulation, more like a influence on somebody. In influencing someone, you also are actually empowering them to. You're empowering them to think outside the box and think of their own perception about things. You're also respecting them as a human being. With manipulation, you're not respecting anybody. You're only looking at it for your benefit, and you're only dealing with that person for your benefit, period. So, in influencing, you're also being a leader too. So you're not tagging them, you're not that multiple manipulator. You may add some things into it, but you're also leading by example. The things that you're telling that person, you're also doing it yourself. You're not just shooting dust up somebody. You actually are doing it yourself as well. So that makes a person want to, like, he's leading that life or she's leading that life, and they really doing it. Also having empathy for that person, okay? Showing empathy for that individual. Yeah, blasters are the worst. They are. And I see your comment, love, and my cousin. And I'm glad you guys are actually understanding where I'm coming from, because these manipulators are in full effect. And if you don't know what you're looking at, you're just like, la di da di da, but some people like to be manipulated. It's actually a mental health disorder, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm with the influence. like I said, having that sympathy and building a relationship and praising that person for what they're doing. Um, and, you know, and how far they're coming along, you know, and you see their, you see their achievements, you see their goals, and you having that influence on them, like keep it going, keep motivation, keep moving. So it's a huge difference when I discuss manipulation versus influence. Like I said before, manipulation is just a deceitful form to try to change somebody's thought process. Period. Period. It's deceitful. Okay. um and influence, whether it be good or bad, you're not trying to be deceitful with the approach, but you're trying to still change somebody's process of thinking, if that makes sense. Now, I hope you guys are grasping this information. And the good thing about a podcast is you can always rewind it. If you don't, well, rewind. You can always rewind it if you don't understand exactly how I brought it to you, whatever the case may be. So, once again, like I said, with the influence, I just want you guys to understand the different perspectives of what manipulation is and what influence is. Now, there's different types of influence. You have social influence, people that's in society that kind of, put a positive influence on you, whether it be doctors or lawyers or, people that, do things in the society. They have a positive influence. You have people that are right next to you that have that positive influence to you, or a negative influence. Okay. They might not be doing anything or trying to push anything on you, but just them being around you has that influence on you. Um, of course, we have authorities that have that influence on us, and we're actually kind of experiencing that right now, with authoritarian figures having a negative influence on us at this time. So, um, it's different types of influence, of course, and then the all around liking influence. I just like you. Period. It ain't what you did. It ain't nothing. It's just I like you, and you have an influence on me. So that's just the plain Jane that we see all the time. I just like you, and hey, you have a good influence on me. Okay. Um, when we talk about influence, um, like I said, we have to understand that influence is not pushed on us. It's because it's around us and we can see it. With manipulation, of course, it is pushed on us. And it's pushed on us in an aggressive way. More or less, a lot of people see manipulation in relationships, right? And a man and woman, or whatever relationship that you have, you see that manipulation form because you're trying to deceitfully, um, deceitfully change somebody's thought process for your benefit, right? So a lot of, like I said, a lot of manipulation we see in relationships. So when you're dealing with a manipulative person or a manipulative thing, how do you how do you deal with that? How do you deal with manipulation? I mean, it's hard, especially if you like that person. You like that person but you see all the manipulating factors and you're just like, damn, why? You know? Especially if you like that person. That's just so. How do you deal with manipulation? So I've already showed you how to identify manipulation, and I also showed you the difference between manipulation and influence. So how do you deal with manipulation when it's there? First thing is disassociate yourself, period. Get it out of your atmosphere. Is it hard? Yes. Is it hard if you like that person? Yes. It's even worse. You're like, oh my God. Don't want to let him or her go, but I know they so damn manipulating. I spoke about healthy relationships like 4 or 5 months ago. So if you guys want to find that podcast, I did speak about how to identify when you're in a healthy relationship. It is on YouTube or on Facebook if you guys want to kind of pull all this information together. But disassociating yourself with that person or that thing that is manipulating you. That's the first thing that you need to do. The second thing you need to do is build confidence in your decision that you made. Build confidence in that you can identify what manipulation is and you're walking away from something that is not having a positive impact on you. Okay. So be confident in yourself. I always tell you guys, that's why I give you information. So when that situation is presented, you're always confident in what you stand for and what you believe in this day and age. We need to be confident in our own being. We need to be confident in the words that come out our mouth. I always speak with confidence, always. And if I no, I always speak with confidence. I just have it. Okay. Mildred Larkin, that's my mom, so I don't know. So speaking with confidence and believing in what you say, believing in the thoughts that's going on in your mind, and um, not struggling with that, not going back and forth. Also, how to deal with manipulation is to address the issue. Address the issue. Like, I know that you want some bull, so tell me why you're on the bull. Or I know that you're trying to manipulate me in my job, so why are you trying to do that? Addressing that issue, addressing that behavior, um, is what you need to do so you can get a better understanding of where their approach is coming from. Why are you being so manipulative? Why? Of course, a person is going to be manipulative because they're trying to deceitfully change your thoughts, right? And the last thing is to stay on topic. When you are being manipulated, it's so hard to get off topic because that's what manipulation is, changing the thoughts. Okay, so make sure you stay on topic when you're trying to address someone that's manipulating you or being deceitful towards you. It's so hard to steer off topic. It is. Um, it's so hard. So that's all I have for you guys. I wanted you to understand the difference between the two. Understand when this behavior is presented to you that you can identify between the two. Understand what's an influence and what's a manipulation. Manipulation is not going to feel good. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel worthless. Okay. With influence, you're going to feel like you have a choice. You're going to feel more free. You're going to feel more not so rushed in trying to do something or trying to change your thoughts. So that is another key factor, you know. Influence, you don't feel rushed, you don't feel sad, you don't feel hurt. With bad influence, you may feel hurt, but you don't feel like it's rushed and pounding your head. With manipulation, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that here. Okay. Well, this is all that I have for you. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for coming in. If you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button, and share this information. Once again, I always try to bring you guys the most valid topics and valid facts that can help in today's issues or whatever's going on or whatever the case may be. So I appreciate you guys for coming. This is my Linda with Let's Talk About It. And like I said, I appreciate you guys every time. Okay. I'll see you guys next Saturday, 10:30. Peace.